Hey guys, it's Camila, and today I thought I would show you my full illustration process from start to finish, from the inspiration point up until the last stages, and I will try to talk more about each stage, describe what I'm doing or where the inspiration comes from or where you can look for all of the resources to get any of the ideas. So the other day I was on Twitter and I was just browsing my feed as usual, and I saw this hashtag. It's called Swordtember, and usually there are some of those kind of hashtags going around every now and then. Like I know we have the mermaid in May and other hashtags like that, so it's always a one topic for the whole month that you can dedicate to, and you can create illustrations. So this time for September is swords. It looks like people are creating a lot of really beautiful illustrations with the sword theme, and when you just browse everything you can get a lot of inspiration about the hashtag or the topic, or you can also discover new artists. I haven't done any of those drawings in a while, to be honest. I haven't been drawing a lot of original characters or original art lately, but this time I felt inspired to try. So this will be the topic for today's video, the Swordtember hashtag. And to start off, I always go through all of my pins or on Pinterest. So depending on what I'm drawing, I will search for a certain pose, for example, if I have something in mind, or a specific dress. So for this illustration I'm thinking about let's create an illustration that would be a little bit in the autumn style. So for me, autumn is always gothic, dark, elegant, this kind of stuff, but also we need to have a sword. And lately I've been really into drawing flowers, so I will try to mix up all of those things. So I'm thinking a dress like this, a long gown for my character, long black gown, a little bit gothic inspired. So I'm thinking this one will be the best, but I've also looked up other options to have from different designers to have more inspiration. Then I also looked up some poses and all of those different models. So I found this one that I really like. I like the dress here and the flowers, so we'll be using those photos as references, and maybe this one for the pose a little bit. So yeah, and also when I was doing my research, I found this photo shoot from Vogue Hong Kong, and this one is called Armor of Couture, and I really like it. Actually, this illustration was the one that really inspired me. The black dress with the sword. Yeah, and this whole photo shoot is really, really interesting. I love the backgrounds that look like paintings. Really beautifully styled. So this is the inspiration for today, and to start everything off, I have my Pureref app right here, ready to go, and now what I will be doing is just putting here all of the photos that are for inspiration for this project or for this illustration. So everything that I found on Pinterest and on all of those other websites, I will just put in here to have everything in one place. And let's say we'll be using this dress as an inspiration. And this is basically like how I'm doing my research when it comes to the references and also what I will be painting. So of course it depends, but this time it was just like an internet hashtag. So with the Pureref app, it's really useful because you can have it just on the side here and arrange all of the photos. In whatever way is best for you. So, okay, let's keep it like this. And yeah, to start off, I will be doing just like a rough sketch of what will be my illustration, and basically just to sketch out the pose, what the character will look like a little bit. It will be not very detailed at this point. Actually, I need to mix up two of those poses a little bit. To be honest, I haven't been drawing a lot of characters lately. I had quite a long break from drawing for the past few months, so it might be a little bit tricky to go back, but I'll try my best. Okay, I kinda got what I wanted in this kind of pose. It's not the same as in the photo, of course, but this is roughly what I've had in mind when I got inspired to draw this drawing. So yeah, it's looking alright right now. I don't know yet how I feel about this hand. Maybe I will have to redraw it, but let's leave it like that for now, and let's just continue on with the rest of the sketch here. So yeah, let's finish the character, and then I will be fixing the rest of the stuff. Okay, turns out it's not so easy to talk and draw at the same time because I'm getting distracted, but I will just comment maybe every now and then when I finish a part of the process. So yeah, right now I have the pose. I will be finishing up the dress now. Maybe it will be easier, and then at the end I will do the face. It should be quite easy and quick. Yeah, so let's do the dress now. Not sure what face or hair do I want for her. Hair for her. But I'm thinking maybe something like she has. Like simple hairstyle. I'm thinking a very simple hairstyle, but I'm not sure if I want it exactly like this. Let's try. I know that I want her to have dark hair, definitely, but about the hairstyle, maybe just something simple. But to be honest, every time I draw any character, they just have like the simplest hair imaginable. So that will be not very innovative of me, but Alright, so it is the next day. I left my painting last time here in this state. Like I said, it's sometimes good to take a look one more time into what's been done and just to take a break for some time from the whole process, just so you can see the mistakes or if you would like to fix anything. So yeah, now from what I can see, I have a few layers here. And at first I thought, yeah, this composition like across the painting would be alright, so let's leave it as it is right now. Also, as you can see, I'm using here different tools, and if you would like to know how I'm using them in more detail, I do have a separate video about those tools, so you can take a look into that video as well. Even the mirrored version looks quite alright, I would say. Maybe I would fix the face here a little bit, but it's not too bad. I think it looks quite alright. Also, a lot of the techniques that I'm using I have already explained in a lot of my videos. A lot. I'm talking like I have infinite amount of videos, but that's not the case. I have just a few. But I do use the same techniques over and over again, so it's not like I'm changing the way I draw things all the time. Maybe that's not the best. To be stuck in the same patterns. Yeah, I would like to learn more about like traditional oil painting techniques and how to translate that to the digital painting, but for now I really like For now, I'm really enjoying the watercolor process. So I know I drawn this arm like from my imagination, but sometimes it's good to like take a look into the mirror or even take a picture of yourself just to see how the bone is looking like. So I need to fix that first before I move on to the next part. But if not, of course I can go back to it later on. But yeah, like it looks more or less correct, maybe because I don't have like a very straight line right here. It looks like wobbly, so let me just maybe quickly fix this part here. Maybe that will help, because right now this arm is bothering me and I hate that so much, because I feel like the drawing is already looking quite alright, but then I will be spending so much time trying to fix one particular thing. But taking a picture of yourself in the mirror, it's very helpful sometimes. That's what I did right now. I have my phone next to me just to check how the anatomy here looks like, because sometimes you cannot find the exact reference photo from the internet, so then you need to like improvise like I did right here, and then you just need to go back and forth trying to fix it. But okay, let's zoom out. Is it better? Like, it's not even looking that different from the photo, but for some reason I feel like there is still something wrong. You know what, I think it will like sort out itself, since the dress will be black and we have this big sleeve here. So I'm hoping when I go ahead and color everything, it will not look that bad. Since I saw that hashtag #September, I immediately thought about having this piece be like a transitional piece between summer and autumn. So I wanted it to be a little bit more flowery, dare I say, since I wanted to focus more on painting flowers this season. That was like my new idea on what to do when I don't feel like painting. But I also really enjoy like gothic themes, as well as medieval themes, even though I haven't really been painting a lot of this kind of stuff in the past few years. I focus on different things, but when I was younger I really liked medieval imagery as well, but the Gothic part really resonates with me, and I wanted to have this piece be a mixture of everything. So that's why I decided to mix up everything in this painting. We'll see how that goes, but to be honest, I'm already liking this piece. I feel it turns out quite alright and quite similar to what I imagined it to be, so that's always positive, because sometimes when you have a specific vision in mind, and when that does not translate on the paper or like digital workspace, well, sometimes we can get frustrated, but in this case I'm quite happy how it looks like right now. So with the next steps, I believe it can only get better, because sometimes when we enter this ugly phase of the painting, it's not easy to even go back to the painting and to engage with it or to fix it. So sometimes it's hard, and even when we enter those periods of time when we do not feel very inspired, like it was for me for the past few months, I really was not feeling art at all, but I really wanted to go back to it, since this is something I've been always enjoying. So just having life in the way, like it shouldn't be like that. I knew I had to make some time for it and not even force myself to paint or to draw, but just to find any kind of inspiration, just to get me going and to get me excited about my hobby again. So I felt like all of those hashtags or fun prompts or everything that is happening every now and then on the internet, I never really felt like it was something for me, because like I said, I don't really paint those kind of things anymore, and a lot of those hashtags are fantasy related or just this type of thing. So I felt like it's not something that resonates with me anymore. But this time, like, I saw this hashtag and thought that I might try. And it's looking quite alright. Right now, at least. So we'll see. And also, since I've never had a lot of time to paint or to draw, those challenges or those hashtags, I always felt so behind with them, because everyone is posting like every day such beautiful detailed pieces, but a lot of them are professional artists, so they have all the time to paint if they are not doing commissions or stuff like that. But they do have the time, and it's also not healthy to compare everything that they're doing on a daily basis to what you can do. So even if I would paint just one painting for like one challenge. That should be enough. We don't need to paint every day if that's exhausting or you do not have the time. But I remember those Inktober, for example, a lot of people really want to have the full portfolio of Inktober paintings, so each day of October you should be drawing something, and that is the main premise of that challenge, that you should be painting every day. But this is so exhausting. Honestly, I'm not sure how people can paint every day. For me, it requires so much energy. I would never be able to do that. But if someone can, then that's amazing. But I've always felt so behind with those challenges. I could never complete them at all. But yeah, with this one, I'm quite happy how it's turning out. Of course, it is still a long way to go, but when I already have my base colors and it's looking good, then I'm quite positive it will be alright when I finish. But for now, yeah, I will just keep adding the colors and everything. To be honest, I kind of want the sword to be gold, like a warm color. Let's have it gold. I also have another video how to create a gold effect, so you can check that too if you're interested. Well, unfortunately for me, I think I don't really like her face, to be quite honest. Or not even her face, I don't like how her eyes turned out. To be honest, my first idea was that I want her eyes to be a little bit closed, but still looking at the sword. But they don't look like I want them to look like, so, well, now I think I will try to fix that. And how to do that in like the easiest way possible. Well, since I do have my Lineart opened and I did save all of my layers with face and with everything else, I can just do this. Or I can duplicate this layer and now delete or erase just her eyes, because I'm not satisfied just with her eyes, so you can do it like that. And those other parts, wherever it is, maybe it was on this line, yeah. Which one is it? Yeah, here we go. And we'll try again. And if I don't like the result of that previous attempt, of this new attempt, I mean, then I can just do this and we'll be back to square one. But yeah, now let's try again. I will create a new layer just to draw her eyes, and I think I will have to move those colors a little bit closer, somewhere maybe around here. But let's just try first to fix or draw again the eyes, and we'll see how that looks like. I tried to simplify my style, so maybe that's why I prefer this type of look now, because I used to really have very detailed eyes, very detailed hair, and I wanted to move away from this kind of style and just maybe focus more on shapes. So I'm liking this version way more. Yeah, and even from far away, yeah, I think it's better now. This is the last stage of my drawing process. At this point, I wasn't really commenting on anything as I was already finishing the piece, so I'm just doing a quick voiceover here. So the finishing touches were just the background of the roses. Once I completed the watercolor background, then I've added Lineart of the roses in the background as well, just so it looks more like an illustration, not a painting, but something more detailed and more like cartoonish style, in contrast to the more realistic character. I mean, she's not very realistic, but still. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching. That was quite a long video, but I hope it was more insightful of what I do during the full illustration process. Maybe you can get inspired to also try either the hashtag to draw a sword for the sword timber challenge, or maybe any of my processes would be helpful for your own artistic journey. The latest video was also quite long, but to be honest, I'm quite enjoying those long formats. Let me know if this is something that you would like to see more, but I think I will just do a mix of both, some shorter videos, maybe some long videos, just to have a variety of different formats and lengths. And maybe in the future it will just get easier for me. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for sticking around. If you would like to, please subscribe to my channel. I will be posting more videos soon. I wanted to go back to making videos, so hopefully I can stick to my promise, and we'll see how that goes. But if you would like to follow my journey, then just subscribe and maybe turn on the notifications, since I do not have a proper schedule for my videos and I just upload whenever I'm ready with something new. Also, you can visit my shop on Ko-fi. You can either buy my wallpaper packs, or I will add probably in the future something else, but right now they are just the wallpapers. I'm not really on Twitter that much these days, but I still post my finished drawings here on my YouTube community page, so you can always go there for all of my finished paintings and drawings. And that's basically it. Take care and bye bye.